The ending of episode 5 was pretty monumental if you haven't figured it out, because it's not just about the Mandalorian anymore, it's about what the Mandalorian is actually setting up, aka the Mandoverse. As we've been hearing for years now, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have their plans in place. What that ending did is completely set up not only future storylines, but also future characters that are going to return, perhaps even in this season of The Mandalorian, if not in the Ahsoka series, and we're going to discuss in this video every storyline that will come and characters that are returning that you might not have expected. So episode 5 did two things in its ending. First of all, it showcased that the armor has laid down her guard, is in full admiration of Bo-Katan, sponsoring her to be the next Mandalore, seeing as how Bo-Katan not only saw the mythosaur in the living waters, but she also is actively leading the Children of the Watch during missions. This shows leadership qualities, of course, and that's why the armor realized whether she was a Children of the Watch from the beginning or not, she could lead their clan as well as her clan too. Now, if you remember, The Mandalorian was the first live-action Star Wars series to name-drop Grand Admiral Thrawn. And then we got the ultimate scene when we realize that Grand Moff Gideon has escaped. Captain Teva not only realized this, but also that there's Beskar fragments involved, indicating that there were Mandalorians about. So, if Thrawn is making his live-action debut soon, it is pretty apparent that it would be in the Mandoverse, meaning either in The Mandalorian, which I suspect will be the finale of this season, where Thrawn will finally make his brief appearance similar to Thanos in the first Avengers, or of course in the Ahsoka series, most definitely. Ahsoka will both be searching for Thrawn and her friend Ezra Bridger. We already got a hint with the Purgles appearing in The Mandalorian. This is what the series is ultimately setting up, and characters that are definitely returning, if not in this season, then in the Ahsoka series, will have major consequences in the storyline. Taking a step back from Ahsoka, Ezra Bridger, and Thrawn, who will definitely make their impact in the Mandoverse, one of the more obvious returns, I think, will be Boba Fett, the former bounty hunter now turned town chieftain. But whatever the case, I think that sooner or later Boba Fett will make a re-emergence now that he's taking a hiatus on Tatooine. Boba Fett has already proven that he is a real Mandalorian. Jango Fett's armor did in fact prove that it came through lineage from the Mandalorians. So it is already established that Din Djarin and Bo-Katan will attempt to reunite the Mandalorians, and this will possibly take them to the path of Boba Fett, where they will be able to discuss it with him also. In this season 3, Boba Fett only had a passing mention from Peli Motto, and it begs the question, will he be briefly back in this season as well? He has yet to make an appearance, of course, but one never knows with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Another character that might return before the finale or even during the finale of this season will be Sabine Wren. With only 3 episodes remaining, I think that Sabine Wren is destined to come back now that we also saw Zeb in the recent episode talking with Captain Teva. I think Bo-Katan and Din Djarin will end up meeting with Ahsoka, and beside her will be Sabine as well, setting up perfectly what awaits us months ahead, and that is the Ahsoka show. Sabine Wren, of course, was instrumental in the Mandalorian history, so again, this ties perfectly with what the storyline is about in Season 3. The armor, Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, they all are striving toward a similar goal, reuniting the Mandalorians. Don't forget that once upon a time, Sabine Wren also wielded the Darksaber. You see, everything connects. In the end, I think that Season 3 will end up being a really big family reunion. Bo-Katan might not have mentioned her yet, but I think that they are in close contact with Sabine as well, because in Star Wars Rebels they were very, very close. Another character that I expect to make a return in some form or fashion will be Fenn Rau. Now, a lot of Star Wars fans have kind of put Fenn Rau in the back of their mind, but you have to remember that he was crucial in the Star Wars Rebels show. He was initially in service to the Empire, and eventually he started working with Phoenix Squadron and eventually joined the rebellion. So Fenn Rau did help Clan Wren destroy the Imperial factions in Mandalore, more specifically Clan Saxon, and then he pledged his allegiance to Bo-Katan when she started wielding swing the Darksaber and try to unite the Mandalorians in Star Wars Rebels. This is pre-original trilogy, so it's before the Battle of Yavin. Ever since then, we have not seen Fenn Rau in any form or fashion, whether that be animated or live action, but it would be a great moment to see Fenn Rau come back into live action, similar to Zeb and similar to Bo-Katan, all these characters that came alive in the series outside of an animated form. Moreover, a rumor first appeared in Making Star Wars that seemed to indicate Kevin McKidd, the actor who voiced Rau in Star Wars Rebels, was spotted on the set of Mandalorian Season 3 reprising this same role. And that rumor seems to be increasingly true now that we're ramping up towards the Ahsoka show. Now, I don't expect Harrison Dula to make a live-action appearance as of yet in this season of The Mandalorian, perhaps in the Ahsoka show, but the characters that I expect lastly to come back in this season will be Casca Reeves and Axe Woves. These are the former members of Bo-Katan's Night Owls. In Bo-Katan's first appearance in live action in episode 3 of season 2, she had two allies with her, Casca Reeves and Axe Woves. In fact, Casca Reeves even had a scuffle briefly with Boba Fett. In the beginning of the season, when Din Djarin first meets with Bo-Katan on her palace, we learned that both these characters and the others who followed Bo-Katan have now disappeared, gone into their own, left Bo-Katan to her lonesome, and they have joined to do mercenary work for themselves, giving you a hint that Casca Reeves and Axe Woves might be involved with the releasing of Moff Gideon as well, since there was Beskar found, although this still does not prove that Mandalorians actually did the deed. However, if Mandalorians were involved, I definitely think that these two characters had their hands in this, since they were doing mercenary work, of course, and mercenary work does not ask, who do I work for? You only ask, what do I do? This is, I think, what the future holds and why that ending was very, very important. So guys, let me know what did you guys think about this down below in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.